When was the last time that you laughed so hard at a comedy TV show that you had to pause it just to catch your breath, or you had to stop laughing and suppress it just to hear what the characters on the show were saying? Whether it's Friends, Rick and Morty, The Good Place, there's a million different comedy TV shows, and there's something about them that really clicks with their audience. And that raises the question, what makes the funniest TV comedies? Comedy is one of the most popular genres on television, and there's no question as to why. It's so stress relieving to get back from a stressful day of work or school and be able to just turn on a show and not have to think about the stresses of the world and just get a laugh out. There are certain things that writers can do, however, in order to get this peak reaction from their audience. And while there's no one single formula, they have a few key strategies that they implement in order to get the best reaction out of their audience. These three elements are establishing their target audience, making likable characters, and of course, the laughing tracks. First off is establishing a target audience. Not everyone laughs at the same things. Think of the difference in humor between you, yourself, and your grandma, or you and your mom. An Ipsos study from 2023 saw that Gen Z and millennials found dark humor to be more funny and prevalent to their humor, while baby boomers seem to like political comedies more, or millennials seem to like more cut and dry comedy. It all depends on the person, the generation, and your target audience. So writers have to take this into account in order to create a TV show that will land with their target audience, because while some jokes might land for one group of people, it might completely miss for another group of people. Understanding your audience will set a tone and will help you to write your jokes around your audience, including your timing, your delivery, your style, and everything else about your show. Comedy often works because viewers can connect with the people on screen. So, other than the target audience, it's important to establish characters that are both relatable and funny and can drop your jokes well for your target audience. Brett Mills, a television enthusiast, explains that the audiences rely on clearly defined characters whose traits create predictable but funny outcomes. Everybody thinks of predictability in a negative narrative. They think because something's predictable, it isn't funny because the audiences know how the joke will end. But this isn't true. If you think of an episode of a comedy TV show that you like, you can likely realize that you can predict the plot pretty quickly, pretty far early into the show. The plot of comedy TV is not what makes it as beautiful as it is. What makes it so special to the audiences and what makes it so fun to write is the jokes that you put along the way, the funny situations, the one-liners. It's not about the predictability of the plot. It's about how well you can work with your predictable plot. Finally, everybody knows them. Some people love them, some people hate them. Laughing tracks are a great way in order to connect with your audience and make them find the show more funny. Audiences find laugh tracks specifically more easy to laugh with. Imagine laughing with a group of friends opposed to being the only one in your whole group that's able to laugh. A study by college students from Finland in 2022 found that laugh tracks can tell the audiences how funny the joke is. They did a study on the show Friends, and when a laugh track was louder or longer, they would find their joke internally, psychologically more funny to them, even when it wasn't particularly their humor. So laugh tracks are very influential. You can prove this on yourself just by watching a clip on YouTube of a comedy show that you know you really like, but the laughing tracks are edited out. When you don't have this group of people to laugh with, it tells you that maybe the joke isn't as funny, or maybe you shouldn't be laughing at it. In conclusion, the three main points are While there is no one formula, establishing your target audience, creating likable characters, and including a laugh track, and also the dependable variables about that laugh track. And as generations come and go, comedy will hold a place in our hearts for many generations to come, and it will evolve, but as everything does, it will stay the same in the most important ways. Thank you.